Hello, good afternoon, everyone. Dear ladies and gentlemen, my dear colleagues, our esteemed guest speaker, Dr. Reeta Belangadi from Bangalore, and other faculty, senior faculty members and friends. It is my honor and pleasure to welcome you all for this third module of Self-Empowerment Program. This is our presidential program of Indian Fertility Society from the center. And this program is dedicated to empower and rediscover oneself. We all need to optimize our energy levels for a happy and successful life. So we have discussed in our previous sessions how we can enhance our energy levels through diet and lifestyle changes. But simultaneously, we also need to learn and focus about stress management because we all know that chronic stress management can deplete our energy levels, and mental health plays a very vital role in our life. So in this module, we will be learning techniques to channelize our energies so that we remain happy all the time. So to begin the program, I would like to invite our secretary, Dr. Shweta Mittal. Dr. Shweta is with us. Dr. Shweta, she is very dynamic, hardworking, and passionate person. And she's our Secretary General of Indian Fertility Society, and she's recipient of many awards. And she has a lot to her credit. And not only this, as a person, she is always helpful and she is the motivation behind this program. And Dr. Pankaj, who is our president, has also sent his best wishes for the program. So, Dr. Shweta, I would like you to please take over and address us.
So thank you, Dr. Leena, for such a warm introduction. Greetings from Indian Fertility Society. This is a very important program. I think we all always, as academicians, want to hold meetings or webinars which concentrates more on academic part. But academics, I think, can be achieved if we are happy from within, and we also have some kind of a I would say a discipline. And unless and until there is a discipline in life, you cannot, succeed in life. So, Dr. Bharti ma'am, Dr. Leena, Dr. Rajvi Mehta, everybody has, put in a lot of effort in making this self-empowerment program a success. I remember that we started from the first talk of Dr. Rajvi ma'am in the first webinar where she spoke about Iyengar yoga, motivation, meditation, and I remember Dr. Bharti ma'am, of course, she's so spiritual, into spirituality. In fact, when we had our installation, so we had a spiritual guru coming in even during that time. Then the second one, Dr. Leena planned it very well to tell us that how diet and lifestyle can modify, our life. And then the third thing is that it's so important that happiness is from within, but sometimes we need to channelize this happiness, and we'll be hearing very eagerly waiting to hear optimizing energy levels for a happy and successful life with by Dr. Reeta. Before I hand over, I want to invite all of us who are present today to our forthcoming Fertivision Congress, which is to be held on 6th, 7th, and 8th December in Ahmedabad. I really wish, it suddenly occurred to me that we should have some kind of a paper coming from this, from this group, that how lifestyle modification has helped us or maybe patients and, so many areas. So thank you so much. Thank you, Dr. Leena, for this wonderful program. I'm looking forward.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Shweta, for your warm welcome and nice words. So, to begin with the program, I take the privilege of inviting our national coordinator, Dr. Bharti Dhore Patil. Madam is head of department and senior IVF consultant from Pune. Madam is very spiritual person, and she has a lot of positivity around and always smiling. And when I met her, I came to know that Madam is associated with ISKCON, and she has even done a spiritual degree, Bhakti Shastri from Bhakti Vedanta Spiritual Vidyapeeth. And she's also a preacher of Bhagavad Gita. So, Madam, we are waiting to listen to your message. Dr. Bharti,
Thank
please.
you. Thank you so much, Dr. Leena. Good evening, all. This was something very special program Dr. Pankaj and Dr. Leena and Dr. Shweta actually formed. And they said, would you be a part of this? And it was a very, very interesting. I said, first time ever. See, we keep on empowering so many people in my medical college, in the medical practice, but it never happens. How can you go inside yourself and start looking at yourself? How can you be optimizing yourself, empower yourself? And that's how I like this program. And I know this is a third episode which we are getting very good speakers, faculties, and different areas we are been exploring. In one of the areas now today we are going to explore is with Dr. Reeta is art of living, from art of living, how the energy levels can be channelized and how that can make you happy and successful. The moment, as Dr. Shweta said, the moment you are happy, the success automatically starts following. Because with the happy person, automatically the success will come. So this is both hand in hand goes. So I'm really very happy, but I must congratulate and thank Leena for this wonderful initiative. And she takes all the care, everything about this whole program. And thanks, Dr. Pankaj, to give us this opportunity. With this, I would like now to introduce our speaker faculty today. This is Dr. Reeta Biliangady from Bangalore. Dr. Reeta, officially to introduce her, she's an IVF expert, a fertility specialist at Cloud9 Bangalore. She does a very specific job. I have seen she's my teacher, she's my guru. I have actually been learned when I was been in the initial stage of my medical this thing, specialty. So Dr. Reeta is not only a gynecologist or a fertility specialist, but is a very good human being. It's a very different kind of a person as altogether she is. Like, if you want something, solution for something, or you want to be just happy, you just call her. At that full 10 minutes or 5 minutes when you talk, it will be completely different because she'll give so many different tips and she's always been welcome. Everything, whatever you talk to her. So it's very special in my way if I look at her completely. So when we thought that this program will be on the art of living, I thought only Dr. Reeta, nobody else. And I asked Dr. Leena, is it possible for Dr. Reeta? So she was so happy. She said, yes, we have to have this kind of a faculty. So Dr. Reeta is, apart from fertility specialist and IVF expert, she is a faculty at Art of Living. At the right time, she's been completely switched over to another aspect altogether. And that has always amazed me. And from the distance, I used to keep on thinking she was at peak of the career. Dr. Leena, you may not be knowing, she was been the organizing secretary of AICOG at Bangalore with Dr. Kamini Rao. So one of the very prestigious, such a big, and after that secretary post, we always see the people going higher and higher in the proxy. But suddenly she took a U-turn and she started something. So I specially had gone and stayed with her to see what is this art of living and this all I have seen myself. So she actually is the faculty at Art of Living. That organization is over 150 countries across the world. So that kind of a strength and that kind of a people who have been following that. She says that her passion is to have happiness to all who comes in contact with her or when the people can contact with her. So let's today want to see, not wasting much more time in these all things. but let's understand from her, and I'm so eager to know that how she's going to tell us to optimize our energy levels for a happy life as well as a successful life. But happy life is very important than the success, because success comes automatically. With these words, I think I will invite our faculty, the principal faculty, Dr. Reeta Bilangodi from Bangalore, to deliver her talk or to tell us about how do we optimize this energy levels for a happy and a successful life. Over to Dr. Reeta Bilangodi.
We could just remove this slide. Yeah. Okay. So thank you all for being here. And definitely special thanks are due to the managing committee of IFS for this beautiful opportunity. And special thanks to Bharti, who really brought me here. And I think she took the initiative. And today she said so many things. She has set a very high standard now. I have to live up to that, Bharti.
But you will. You are like that.
Now we'll keep it very simple. Huh? Let's keep. I didn't make PowerPoint presentation because we all have been watching PowerPoint slides for decades now. And honestly speaking, as she said, I also don't make many slides these days. For some time, I've really stopped also giving talks in conferences. That doesn't mean that I'm not away from academics. We have a very active fellowship program and all that with us. So that keeps me quite in touch with the subject. And but otherwise, I'm not making PowerPoint slides. Now, it would be nice if others can keep their video on. You know what happens if the videos are on? It feels good. It feels good for the speaker, and also for the rest of you who are listening to us. You'll also feel good, if possible. If possible, keep your videos on. So we'll begin with a question. Huh? The question is, if you had 10 minutes extra, 10 minutes extra today with you, what you'd like to do in those 10 minutes? Maybe you can either speak or type in the chat box. You have 10 minutes extra. Can't think of anything? Yes? Or you feel you have sufficient time always? I'm sure none of us feel that. No, none of us feel that there's sufficient time. Chat with friends, nice. Yes, Dr. Leena says chat with friends. Yes, lovely. Yeah. What else? I will chant. Dr. Bharti says I will chant. Nice. What else? Others? I will read Bhagavad Gita. Very nice. Nobody wants to go to a nice restaurant. Nobody wants to go trekking. No? Nobody wants to watch a nice stand-up comedy. No? Little bit of shopping nearby, 10 minutes extra. Or shop on Amazon. Such a lot of lively, lovely activities one can take up, isn't it? So why we are not able to do that? Why not able to do these things which need 10 minutes extra? Very simple. It's because either there is lack of time or there is lack of energy in general. Our days are so packed. You feel, oh, I wish I had some more time. Whereas the day cannot be stretched beyond 24 hours, isn't it? So that brings us to how to optimize our energy levels so that we make best use of the available time. It's very simple. No? Success boils down to making best use of the available time, which of course requires energy. What is energy? Can anyone describe? Can we describe energy? Not through Krebs cycle, okay? No Krebs cycle and all that. How can one describe energy? Energy cannot be described. Something very subtle, isn't it? Something very subtle, which we have all experienced, but we all experience. It is something experiential. What is that experience? The experience is when our energy levels are high, we are ready to take up, of course, physical activities. More than that, our mind is good. What is that? Mind is good. We are happy. We're enthusiastic. And also, the mind is full of positive thoughts. When we are energetic, mind is full of positive thoughts. What happens the other way around? When the energy levels are low, what is the experience? The experience is we don't want to take up physical tasks. And have you observed the mind is also not good? When the energy levels are low, we tend to be irritable. Have you seen that? Tend to be irritable. Too much to do in too little time. How we get stressed out. And one more thing is, when the energy levels are low, the mind tends to get into negativity. What is that negativity? Some undue anxiety, some uncalled for worries, which may never happen. Most of the time, the things we are worried about do not happen only. I've seen that they don't happen. But then we are not able to control those thoughts. The mind gets into negativity. You know, why suicides happen? Something very sad about suicides. Suicides happen because the energy levels of that person at that time are at rock bottom. No energy. Energy, now we have understood that it is at the level of the physical body, as well as the mind. If only one can reach out to those people at that time and pep up their energy, these suicides can be prevented. So, energy has its impact at the level of the body as well as the mind. Now, if a person has a strong mind, even if the person is physically weak, that person can go forward in life. I'm sure you agree with me. The other way around, if the person has a weak mind, however strong the physique is, it is not of much use. That weak mind cannot take forward even a strong body. I'm sure you agree with me. What I thought was I was saying that we could keep it interactive. If someone doesn't agree, they could type their views in the chat box. We can take up at the end. Now, energy, it's also called prana shakti. In Sanskrit, it's called prana shakti. It's a very subtle life force energy. The life. Energy is life, actually. Now, let us talk of two things today. One is what drains us of our energy and what can we do to increase our energy levels. What drains us of our energy? More than the physical tasks, it is the state of the mind. It is the state of the mind. As I mentioned earlier, negativities drain us. Negative thoughts drain us of our energy. Does anyone have any objection to this? Let us see what are in general, what are the botherations for humanity, which affect our mind. What are the botherations in general? We'll take all this very lightly, please. Nothing personal, nothing very serious. We'll keep it very light. What are the botherations of human beings in general? Number one, it is something to do with money. Finances. Yes or no? Money. What is that? If we have less money, we are unhappy. If we have more money, we are more unhappy. What happens? More money, more problems, more taxes. Where we invest, how we invest. Take it lightly. Huh? Money. Money is the first botheration for humanity in general. What is the second botheration? Second botheration is something to do with our health. Well, we better be bothered about our health. It is important, but it can become a botheration if it is not in good state. What is the third botheration? The third botheration is something to do with relationships, interpersonal relations, say within the family, among friends or colleagues, something, something not okay, This happens with everybody. This is one of the botherations actually. Sometimes it is carried too forward, too far by some people. Interpersonal relations bothering us. The fourth category of our botherations is something to do with a name, fame, or position in society, or prestige. Will I be the same popular person after a few years? What will happen after I retire? Isn't it? This is also an important botheration for human beings. Now, something very interesting. Over millions of years of human existence, millions of years of human existence, we haven't invented a fifth category of botherations. They will all fit into one of these: money, health, relationships, prestige, position, etc. We have discovered, of course, we invented artificial intelligence, but not a fifth category of botherations. An interesting observation has been made. What is that? A little baby, a child, smiles 400 times in a day, it seems. 400 times a baby smiles. An adolescent smiles about 17 to 18 times in a day. That little child, when he becomes an adolescent, that much smile is lost. What about us? How often do we smile from inside? That inner total freedom which keeps us smiling. We need a reason to smile. See that? We need a reason to smile. Little children are happy by default. Somewhere we lost the smile, isn't it? Now, coming to how do we raise our energy levels? Food is an important source of energy, and we all know what is good. And I'm very happy. I'm really impressed that you all had a session on food and lifestyle. I'm sure the speaker would have really driven home good messages. Food is an important source of energy. Of course, adequate rest, sleep. Adequate rest is another important source of energy. Other than these two, there are two very important sources to pep up our energy. What are those? One is a positive state of mind. Positive state of mind. Have you observed that sometimes we come across people who have a reason to find a fault with everything? Everything is wrong. Everybody is wrong, or whatever. Some negativity. They have that tendency to be negative, go on grumbling, complaining. And we spend time with someone like that. At the end of the conversation, we also feel drained. Have you observed that? We feel drained for no reason. So it is the state of mind which is very important to keep up our energy levels. What is the other source of energy? The other source of energy is our breath. Breath is the most important faculty that we have, which we have taken for granted because it's happening, isn't it? It's happening. It's coming in, going out. So we didn't find any reason to analyze it much. Lot of research has happened on breath, interestingly. See, the sages, the seers of the past, our ancestors, they were great scientists. They have done a lot of research on yoga and pranayama, breathing techniques and meditation, and they've given it to us. Somewhere down the line, we lost that. But it's really nice and heartening that modern research has also taken up these subjects. And there are a lot of papers published also now on the importance of breath. Now, those of you, if you are interested, you can look at Google, and we have for example, the Art of Living website also has a lot of papers published on a very powerful breathing technique called Sudarshana Kriya. You can look into that. There are papers published from AIMS and NIMHANS and several papers from the Western countries also. So what I was trying to say is breath is an important source of energy, and there are few things about breath we do not know. What are those? We haven't learned this in medical school. Huh? We haven't learned this much. What is that? 90% of toxins from our body are thrown out through breath. A small portion, a smaller part of toxins are thrown out through other routes. Now that's number one. Number two, it has been observed that most human beings utilize only 30% of the lung capacity. All of us who live up to whatever, 80, 90, how many years, a number of years, we have been living without using our lungs adequately. As a result, we are not throwing our toxins properly. And that is the reason for our ill health at the level of the body, mind, or whatever. So the mind is important, mind with positive thoughts, and breath is important. And these two are very closely linked. Very interesting. Our mind and our breath have a close link. How is that? See, when we are angry, how do we breathe? How is our breath when we are angry, furious, shouting at somebody? Somebody made a mistake, a nurse or housekeeping or whatever, or a child. How are we when we breathe? How do we breathe when we are angry? Automatically, our breathing pattern changes. We start breathing fast and our breaths are shallow. No? Our breathing changes. When we are enjoying something, something beautiful, some concert, or you're watching Himalayas or something beautiful, so your breath also becomes calm. How is that? How come? We are only involved with that emotion of anger, whereas the breathing changes automatically. The two things are very closely linked. That is something important. The second thing is, we have no control over emotions. No, the biggest problem for humanity is inability to control emotions. Anger, for example, how many of us are happy after getting angry? We are not happy. Even if you let out your steam, still you feel unhappy at the end of it. Many times we regret. We regret thinking that, oh, why at all I lost temper like this? I could have solved this without being this angry. Yes or no? We regret. What else happens? We are drained more than the other person on whom we are getting angry. But at that point of time, we couldn't control. That's one thing. So many more such negative emotions. Jealousy. See, none of us are happy becoming jealous. But then it comes up from somewhere. Somewhere from somewhere. So these emotions cannot be controlled. Whereas breath is tangible to a great extent. Our breath is tangible. One can add a rhythm to the breath. I'm sure you all are aware of it. You have had some sessions also. I'm sure most of you would have practiced some pranayama. I'm sure you have practiced pranayama. So breath is tangible, emotions are not. So one can make use of the breath to control our emotions. This was told by our seers long, long ago. So that's about how one can make best use of the breath in order to control our mind. See, this mind, somebody has called it monkey mind, monkey mind. That's a correct phrase, actually, apt description of what mind is. Mind is like a monkey. There are certain tendencies of the mind. What are those? One is, have you observed that very often the mind goes either to the past or to the future? What do we mean by that? We're sitting here, could be thinking of something that happened during the day, or you're thinking of what's happening in the clinic in the evening, or whatever. Many times, most of our times, in fact, for human beings, the mind is we are living either in the past or in the future. When the mind goes to the past, what happens? Some regret, some anger, somebody said something, or whatever happened. Or sometimes it's very happy also, recollecting some good things that happened in the past. When the mind goes to the future, what happens? Anxiety, some worry, quite common. So what's happening? This vacillating mind causes pressure, puts pressure on our nerves. This causes stress. What else happens? We are losing the present moment. Past, future, past, future. This vacillating mind, it comes in the way of our making best use of our potential in the present moment. Whereas all the opportunities are in the present moment. Now, how to achieve this? Keeping the mind in the present. Well, just by listening to somebody, listening to me or somebody else, just by listening, it's not possible at all. You know why? That's because of the other tendency of the mind. What is the tendency of the mind? Whatever we resist in the mind, at the level of the mind, will persist. What is that? You're trying to go off to sleep. End of the day, you want to have a good sleep after an exhausting day. Something was bothering you that continues to bother when you're going off to sleep. You tell yourself, let me not bother about it now. Let me have a good sleep. The more you try to push that thought, the more it will persist. It will not allow you to fall off to sleep. You see that? This is the tendency of the mind. These are tendencies of the human mind. No need to blame ourselves. That's how it is. In order to control these tendencies, we need a tool. And that tool is our breath. Breath is very powerful. Breath is the tool. It is the link between our body and our mind. Now that brings us to pranayama. What is pranayama? You already heard about it. Prana plus ayama. Ayama. This is a Sanskrit word. Prana plus ayama, meaning ayama is direction, giving direction. Pranayama means we are giving a direction to our prana shakti, to our energy, to our breath. That is pranayama, to our mind. Pranayama, if practiced on a regular basis, brings about a lot of changes in our physical body. Our energy levels are high, health is good, our immunity improves. This I'm talking from personal experience, honestly speaking. Immunity improves and you wonder, you're not at all catching infections, you're not at all feeling tired. irrespective of, any amount of work that you do. So regular practice of pranayama brings about not only benefits at the level of the body, but also at the level of the mind. What happens to the mind? Mind remains positive. Even if negativities arise, they disappear fast. I'm sure you all heard about, I'm sure you have heard about the art of living, and you are aware of Gurudev Shri Shri Ravi Shankarji. He says, how should your anger be when you get angry? It's not that you can't get angry. We need not blame ourselves. Anger will be there. Anger is bound to be there. Anger is needed also to set right many things. But how should the anger be? He says, suppose you draw a line on water. You draw a line on water. How long does that line last? The anger should last for that much time. Sounds interesting, isn't it? So with the regular practice of these yogic practices, one can achieve these. Slowly, slowly, these will all become part of our personality, part of our existence. So pranayama. So I was thinking that I could take you people through a pranayama technique, but may not be possible in the time available. And also, I thought I'll take you through a meditation. And there is something more about breath. I told you people as to how yoga, that brings us to yoga. Yoga, you already heard. I'm so happy that we have such great Dr. Rajvi Mehta. I was not aware she's so advanced in yoga. It's very, very heartening, very, very happy to know that. Yoga comes from a Sanskrit word meaning called yuj, comes from the word yuj, meaning union of body, breath, and mind. Yoga is not only asanas. One need not do difficult asanas. In fact, a common question which we come across when we talk to people is, oh, I'm already 60, can I start yoga now? I'm 70, can I start yoga now? Yes, one can start yoga even at 80. Because yoga is not only asanas. In fact, asanas, yogasanas, are a small part of yoga. They're a minuscule part of yoga, very, very important, but they're just a part of yoga. Yoga includes pranayama and meditation. A combination, a beautiful combination of all these, which brings about immense transformation in the state of the mind all the time, to have that beautiful state of mind. Now, yoga's chitta vritti nirodha, it is said, Patanjali Maharaj said, yoga's chitta vritti nirodha means yoga is that act which helps us to restrain or it helps the mind to control its own modulations, the negativities. That's what yoga means. Basically, controlling or handling our negativities. Then life is made. And then meditation. What is meditation? See, meditation, usually some concepts are there. Some concepts are there about meditation. Some people tend to think that meditation requires concentration. You need to focus on a particular point and some things like that. You might see light and some things like that. Our Gurudev says, meditation is not concentration. It is deconcentration. It is letting go. Meditation is let go, letting go. We don't let go, we hold on. We hold on to things, we hold on to negativities, we hold on to those strong emotions which drain us. Meditation is letting go. Just let go. The byproduct or the result of regular meditations is concentration. The concentration improves. If we meditate regularly, if we practice pranayama regularly, the concentration improves, focus improves. When the focus improves, the quality of work improves. Not only that, we are able to accomplish things in a shorter time. And that's when you can get those 10 extra minutes we were talking of. Focus on whatever we are doing. Live in the present. Your work gets over faster. There'll be no regrets. Mind is in the present. You get much more time in those 24 hours of the day. The art of living is based on basically 5 principles. What are these 5 principles? One is, we say that opposite values are complementary. What do we mean by that? Life is bound to throw challenges. Life is not always good. There are good times, challenging times. Continuously it goes on. One needs to be centered, centered, equanimous, balanced during all types of time, so that we're able to handle the challenges better. With a disturbed state, we can't handle challenges very well. That's number 1. So opposite values, actually, it is those challenges which add value to our experience of good times. How do we experience good times? Because we've gone through challenges. So opposite values are complementary. The second sutra or the principle is accept people and situation as they are. How often can we change others? People are bound to be different. Situations are bound to be different. If we go on struggling to change others, or you're going to not able to accept, who suffers? The other person is going to remain the same. It's we who suffer, it's our mind. So accept people and situation as they are, save your mind, very important. The third principle is, do not give too much importance to others' opinions, because opinions are temporary, they keep changing. Otherwise, if we base our life on others' opinion, we lose track of our goal in life. And then we say, the fourth one is, do not say intentions behind others' mistakes. Mistakes happen by mistakes. Nobody makes mistakes intentionally. The way we excuse ourselves when we make a mistake, should do the same thing for others. Apply the same yardstick. The fifth principle is, live in the present moment without allowing the mind to vacillate too much into the past and future. Now, if these 5 principles could be applied, take it from me, life is made. Life transforms. How to apply? Applying is just by listening, as I said, is not very easy. With yogic practices, pranayama, and for me, of course, practice of Sudarshana Kriya made a huge impact, huge difference. These sutras start falling in life. They fall automatically in our life. So it's good to meditate, good to get into some kind of a pranayama and yogic practices to keep our energy levels high with a good state of the mind. Thank you all. What I thought, if people have time, I could take you through a guided meditation. Can one of you tell me whether I can take you all through a guided meditation?
Yes, madam. Yes, madam, you can continue.
We can? We
Yeah.
can? We'll all sit comfortably.
Yeah.
Sit comfortably with our back straight. Sit relaxed. Maybe your phone should be switched off, and very simple instructions will be given to you. Just follow the instructions without any efforts. No need to make any efforts. Effortlessly, we'll keep the eyes closed and listen to the instructions.
Let's sit comfortably, easily,
I hope you are able to.
with our spine erect and body relaxed and loose. Let's close our eyes. Let's take a deep breath and slowly breathe out. Once again, take a deep breath. Hold the breath and slowly breathe out. As you breathe out, relax your arms. Once again, breathe in. As you breathe in, the body gets a little tense. Hold the breath. And as you breathe out, relax your whole body. Listen to all the sounds, noises in the environment. And you are at ease with them. You are in harmony with your environment right this moment. Breathe in again. And slowly breathe out. As your lungs empty, you get more and more relaxed. Breathe in and fill your lungs with the breath. And as you breathe out, relax. Become aware of the weight of your body. Whatever that is, 40 kilos, 50 kilos, 150 pounds, whatever that is. Place that entire weight on the seat you are sitting. Breathe in again and breathe out. Now keep a smile on your face and breathe in with a smile. Relax all the muscles in your face. And as you breathe out, relax more and more. Become aware of your body. Your body is a beautiful instrument, a precious gift to you from nature, from God. Honor and respect your body. Take your attention to your legs, right leg. Relax your right leg. Left leg. Left thigh. Right thigh. Hips. Genitals. Abdomen. Stomach. Navel region. Your right arm. Left arm. Chest. Shoulders. Breathe in again. And slowly breathe out. Your neck. Lips. Your cheeks. Breathe in again. Become aware of your nose. Breath is flowing into the nostrils. And breathe out. And become aware of your breath. Your eyes are closed now. Let them relax. Your entire face, your head. Relax the whole body. You are grateful for this body. Become aware of your breath. The breath is moving in and out of the body, keeping this body alive. You are grateful for the breath. Again with a big smile, breathe in, savoring every inch of breath you breathe in. And as you breathe out, relax more and more. Relax all the muscles and nerves in your body. Let go. Relax. Become aware of the thoughts. Whether good thoughts or bad thoughts, let them be. Breathe in once again. And slowly breathe out as slowly as possible. Become aware of your mind. Your body is like a wick of a candle. Your mind is like the glow. Become aware of your mind all around your body. Become aware of your feelings, whether pleasant or unpleasant. Let them be. Breathe in again and let go. You are in harmony with your feelings right this moment. Just breathe in again and let go. Om. Asito ma satgamaya tamaso ma jyotirgamaya mrityurma amritangamaya.
Thank you, madam. Thank you for taking us through this blissful, transformative journey. Literally, I was lost in the meditation. So thank you for giving us the message on focusing on our breath and trying to bring a change in oneself.
Okay, thank you for the opportunity. Thank you all. If I can be of any use, you could contact me either directly or through Bharti.
Yeah, and now we have Dr. Rajvi. Can you hear me? Yeah, Dr. Rajvi.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, Dr. Rajvi, I would like to invite you for the concluding remarks. Dr. Rajvi, she's a chief clinical embryologist and Iyengar yoga for many decades, invited teacher, and she's also editor of Yoga Rahasya. So I would like to invite Dr. Rajvi to please give the concluding remarks, and please Shivam also unmute Dr. Bharti Dhore Patil. Yeah,
It
Dr.
was, I was not able to comment. So thank you so much, Dr. Reeta. It was really a completely different waves altogether. So thank you so much. I think over to Dr. Rajvi.
Thank you. So, thank you, Dr. Rita, for this wonderful light, and concluding it with the words of none other than Sri Sriji. Friends, as Dr. Rita said right at the start, all of us, once we have taken human form, it is going to be impossible to be free of any kind of problems, physical, problems.
I think your voice is breaking, Dr. Rajvi.
Oh, is it better now? One second.
Yeah, it is better now.
It is better?
Yes,
Clearer?
yes.
Okay, so apologies. So first, thank Dr. Rita, wonderful into the way. I must say that all of us who have taken human form, problems are going to be part and to anticipate that we have problems, physical problem or the mind, is going to
Dr.
be
Rajvi,
there.
again, it's your
And we have
voice is
taken form.
breaking.
Some internet issue, I think.
Yeah, I think internet issues.
Oh, okay. Is this better? I'll just give you a moment. Can you hear me better now?
Yeah, a
Is
little
this
better.
okay? Is this clearer?
Yes.
So sorry for this. Okay, yeah. So I just wanted to say that all of us who have taken this form, we are going to have problems. But what we need to do is find ways and means, not to overcome, but to handle these problems. And I think it's all about our sense of perception. So problem doesn't feel like a problem if we have ways and means and are empowered to perceive them, handle them with much ease. And that's something which I learned in my journey to yoga, where I met a lot of people with major issues. So when I met a person who has had high relapses of cancer, and I anticipated dead or something.
Again, Dr. Rajvi, the voice issue has again arisen.
Oh,
so maybe we can wind up.
I'm static.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think so. Maybe.
Yeah.
So just thank you, everybody, and thanks. I'm sorry I cannot give talk here because of this. Seems like an
but it is important to have you with us. And so we conclude with our session today, and with this message that it is very important to create awareness in our surroundings to our near dear ones about such programs. And we'll also carry on with the art of living session in our next module also. So I hope that we'll all see each other again, and we'll be here again for the next module. So hope to see you again. Thank you very much. Thank you, Dr. Reeta, and thank you, Dr. Bharti, and all our esteemed faculty, Dr. Sarveen, Dr. Geeta Khanna, Dr. Rupeshri, Dr. Devyani, and many other colleagues I can see. So thank you everyone for joining. Okay, end the session. Thank you.
Thank you.